Hey guys, what's going on? It is Chris here. We are looking ahead to today's slate for the 20th of April. If you guys do celebrate it, happy Easter for everybody that does. And hopefully, you guys all have a very good day today. And hopefully, we win some money as well. So, as normal, if you guys can go ahead and leave a like, I definitely do appreciate it. If you guys do enjoy the video, it definitely does mean a lot to me. And also, hit that subscribe button as well if you guys are new here. About 40% of you guys that watch the videos are not subscribed. So, if you guys could help me out, it's completely freely and hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications so you know when we post videos. And like I said, we're going to be doing videos for MLB and NBA Fanduel, and then once WNBA comes as well. Yes, I know WNBA. Since I know NBA pretty well, WNBA is slightly the same format. So, and that WNBA starts in just a couple weeks, so can't wait for that either. So, anyway, let's do a little bit of a recap here. This was just the other day. We scored a 327.8. So this was actually last night. I'm so sorry, guys. It was a late night for me. We had Andrew Newbard with a 34.3, James Harden with the 56.7 coming in clutch, Dante clutch off the bench with a 26. Was expecting a little bit more here from Norman Powell, but he did all right with the 23.6. Needed a little more. Even went to overtime, and he's just not shooting good here the last month. Rio Hachimura just didn't do much. Really weird second half for him as well. Hart, Gordon, Nasri, Towns, they all, for the most part killed it. Hart got in foul trouble early, but this was premium as well. This is the lineup that we gave out. Our premium subscribers got this lineup. I won $400 on it, and I know some of our other subscribers won some money as well. So, yeah, this was the lineup that you guys would have had, and the one that you guys would have played as well. So if you guys want to come join us, we'd love to have you guys come join us for premium. It's only going to be $20 per month for MLB. If you guys want NBA, it's going to be $15 for the rest of the playoffs, and that's pretty dang cheap. If you guys want to check us out, we have our Twitter in the comment section below for you guys. Click that link, message us, give us a follow while you're there. We also have free lineups as well. So if you guys want those, you can message us on our Twitter for premium or free lineups, and we'll get you guys all set in. So sorry this one's a little bit late. Hopefully you guys can catch it. If not, like I said, you still got the late slate and then the after hours. Since the one game starts here in about an hour, so you guys won't have too much time to watch this, so I apologize. But it's early here on the West Coast. Anyway, let's get into it. Memphis Grizzlies and OKC. We have a 230 and a 13.5. So we know how Memphis is. Their defense is terrible. And OKC's defense is really dang good. So definitely gonna have some issues. Shea Gilgeous in the regular season, OKC swept them 4-0. Shea Gilgeous popped off against Memphis here. So yeah, like obviously guys like Shea Gilgeous, those are going to be the main guys to look at here. We got another guy, Carson Williams. I don't know how much he's going to play in this one. It says he's available. Um, we'll see. Like this is another guy that could randomly pop off. So you can maybe look at him. But yeah, a couple of OKC guys for sure. Jalen Williams definitely comes into play. Chad at only 75 is another solid option. So, and Isaiah Hartenstein. So I definitely, like I said, would be favoriting OKC. I don't know how many I want in this one because if it is game one and they blow them out, they're going to rest their guys just like a regular season game because it's a long playoffs and OKC is expected to go pretty far. So, um, I just don't have a ton. Maybe Payne, maybe Ja, but it's hard to touch them, especially with three other games out there. So maybe a couple OKC guys, like I said, maybe Shea for sure, cash games, Jalen Williams and Holmgren. I mean, it's cash games for me. Wiggins and uh, um, my bad. Williams and Cason Wallace, sorry, are my two GPPs for that one. Orlando and Boston. All right, we got a slow one, unfortunately. We got a 205 and a 12.5 spread. So I think it could actually stay within that 12.5. I think it's going to be a slow game here, but I still think these guys are still going to put up cash game numbers for you guys. So I still think like guys like Paulo and Wagner are okay options. It's just such a hard matchup for him, especially starting it off in the road in Boston. So I wouldn't be surprised, like I said, if Wagner gets you 30 to 34. It's going to be a little bit lower, but I can see that. Guys like Kristaps Porzingis, he might get you 36, 37. It's just a hard matchup. Both these teams are really dang good defensively. So maybe some of the scrappy players pop off for you. Al Horford, Wendell Carter. Carter popped off a little bit last time out. Um, so I just gotta kind of pick and choose. You know, um, if I had to pick, Porzingis at 7-7, I think is a solid option. I mean, you could go up to Wagner if you wanted to, but Porzingis can put up just the same amount of numbers as Wagner. and they're at home. You know what I'm saying? But Porzingis has been all over the place, but I expect him to play full minutes if he's healthy here. And then you got Tatum as well at 10-1 if you want to. So, I mean, Jalen Brown's only 8K and he can put up 33 to 40. You know what I'm saying? So, if he plays as well, I mean, maybe pick him over Wagner, but Wagner's team needs him a little bit more in this situation. So, it's an interesting one, man. Both the teams are really good defenses. So, and like I said, in the playoffs, you kind of have to pick and choose. There's not a lot of value here in the playoffs. All right, Miami Heat in Cleveland. Miami's looking pretty good though. 215 or 12.5. I don't think it. Like I said, I same with the Magic. I think it's a little bit closer. The Heat, yeah, I know, they're a playing team, but they look pretty good, man. Their rotations are looking interesting. Uh, Davion Mitchell popped off. I don't know if you guys watched that game. He literally won that game for Miami. There in overtime, absolutely popped off. 25-1, which isn't great, but like I said, going into fourth, I think he had what 6 or 7 fantasy points, if that. So this is a good turnaround for Mitchell. So yeah, seeing him playing 40 minutes off the bench, I see Mitchell. He has a ton of energy. He's a young kid. He plays defense. That's why he's out there. He's not really a 3 point. I mean, he's a shooter when he needs to be, but that's not what he's out there for. So, but yeah, Mitchell at 6,000, I still think he's in a good spot for you. You guys got guys like Ty Jerome. Like how much is he really going to play here? Is he going to be a big factor in game one? Or he could be that big factor and no one has him, and then game two he's over owned. You know what I'm saying? So this is another good thing in these first games. Nobody really knows who's gonna pop off. So get him before the ownership gets to them. You know what I'm saying? So Davion Mitchell 88, solid option. Wiggins still good at 71. Guys like DeAndre Hunter. Um, I can see him getting 25, 30. They kind of need him here to shoot the ball, so I don't mind looking at him in this one off the bench. Max Strauss, another guy that you could look at. Haywood Highsmith has been getting a lot more rotation time. I don't know how much you want to put him in there, but he's been playing a little bit more. He had obviously did really good against Atlanta, but he's not really an offensive guy either. So, Bam, it's going to be a little bit harder of a matchup for him. I think I give the slight edge to Mobley in this matchup here if I had to pick one. I like Mobley more. I don't know why. He has a little bit more around him. But if they have to stay in it though, Bam's got to do something. So I'm favoriting Mobley. Allen's all right here. He's probably going to get you about 28 to 32 at 7,000. Where, as we've seen, Sprostra has already shown us that he's going to play him about 20 to 23 minutes, and usually it looks like in when they're closing, this dude's nowhere to be found. So that's the only thing with Ware, but at least for the most part, hopefully we know what's going on unless he goes and plays 35 minutes tonight, which I could see that because Spolster's that type of dude. Anyway, Golden State and Houston to end it for us. We have 212.5 and 1.5 spread for Houston. So yeah, so this should be a good one. I like this. I'm probably going to take the over on that 212. I know they're good defenses, but I don't know. I think it's going to take the over. Steph Curry, if they're going to pop, he's going to have to be there at 6'2". We got Fred VanVleet. Another guy, like I said, that can get you maybe 25 to 30 at 6,200. Brandon Posowski, another guy, but he relies on shooting a little more and a couple rebounds. It's a little bit hard to match up for him. So if you had to pick, I'd probably go Fred if you're going down in that cheap area. Ben Thompson at 83. I mean, we saw this guy at almost 10,000 just a little bit ago. So another guy, like I said, I think his minutes will probably go up to 30, 34 plus in this game. At 8,300, I think this is a guy that could get you 40, 45, honestly. They kind of been monitoring his limits, but it's the playoffs, baby. So I think these guys' minutes are going to bump up, and that's usually what happens in the playoffs. Same thing with Jalen Green, a little bit tougher matchup for him. He's been struggling massively, though. He hasn't been playing minutes, but he's been struggling with the shot. So, yeah, like I said, I think these guys are all just good cash game plays. 7,100, and I think that's in a good spot. I'd rather take him over someone that's in a harder matchup. And then you got Jimmy. Jimmy's at 9-2. Playoff Jimmy though. Got to put him in there. His assist numbers are really nice recently, and that's what's really saving him. So at 9-2, once again, I mean, I think he's underpriced. Tyrese Eason might be coming off the bench here. He might get you 24, 25. Big thing with Eason is if he gets you his steals, you're looking good. But like I said, this first round, I don't know what the rotation is going to be. I mean, Eason, he's one of their main dogs. You think he'd be playing at least 24, 25 minutes, Moody could be an okay filler if you knew to. Dylan Brooks could be worth a look. Dylan Brooks always gets me though because he always like gets technical fouls against the Warriors for some reason. I don't know. He always just wants to fight them. So, but Dylan Brooks, I could think he could be an all right option at 5K. Draymond as normal at 65, and then you got Alfred Sengun. I think it's going to be a slightly hard matchup for Sengun here. I think they have a game plan against this dude. He's still probably going to average around 40, 45 fantasy points, but I could definitely see Golden State trying to handle him here. So I think you have to just go Shea. I think he's going to get you 50, 60 no matter what if it's a blowout, and I don't think any of these other dudes, besides maybe Curry and Butler, are going to do it. So I'm going to go safe with Shea. I think you have to, if you want to go other ways, for sure, go other ways. Um, like sit down here, I really don't mind looking at Davion Mitchell. I think that momentum might carry him over. If you don't want to go that way, you can spin up to Derek White or Fred if you need to, or want to, I guess, not need to. You got Anthony Black as well at 5,400. A guy that's been playing a little bit more minutes. I don't know how he's going to do in this game, but at 5'4", you can put him in there if you need some salary. And then we got obviously Case and Wallace down there as well, but I don't know how many minutes he's going to play. So the lowest I would go is probably Cole Anthony down there. Down there at the shooting guard position, I could see Donovan Mitchell popping off here. I don't know what his ownership is, but I could see it being a little bit lower. As I mentioned, I really like Aiden Thompson at 83. I think he's in a really good spot there. Jalen Green at 71, another guy that I would look at. Aaron Wiggins, Anthony Black, Max Strauss, maybe a little bit off the bench. Cole Anthony, Dylan Brooks, Moses Moody, only if he starts / you need because he's not that great. Small forward. Personally, I mean, Jimmy Butler's probably where I would go. I mean, I think Tatum could have a big game here, but it's just such a 205 total. So if you're playing, cash, probably Butler. Jalen Williams, like I said, not too bad of an option. Wiggins, Hunter, Eason, those guys are all pretty good mid-range guys. You know, like I said, you could go down to. I mean, I like Dylan Brooks. I don't know about any of these guys. They're kind of GPPs to me. I'm moving on to the power forward position. Like I said, you got Bam, but I don't mind Mobley, to be honest with you. If not, you can go down to Kidstaff Porzingis at 77 and Draymond Green at 6'5". The other guy that I would look at as well. And then moving over to the center position, like I said, Alfred Sengun. I think it's going to be a slight hard matchup for him. I think it is. Do you guys think they're gonna bring in Looney at all? A little slightly bigger body here. Intriguing, right? You know what I'm saying? So maybe Looney could be a GPP, get you 18, 20 off the bench and win you a GPP. I don't know, but I wouldn't go that way unless you're going a little bit crazy. So that's kind of what we got going on, guys. Like I said, sorry about that first game being right on the thing. As you see, it starts at 57 minutes of this video. But like I said, you still have those 3 other games to look at if you're not playing that first game. Like I said, the Houston Golden State's looking nice to me, and Miami and Cleveland doesn't look too bad either. So once again, guys, it was a nice W for premium. Won $400 last night. The same exact lineup that the premium users got. So if you guys want to come join us, $15. That's it for the entire playoffs. That's it, guys. That's so dang cheap for the first 2 rounds. I'm sorry, of the playoffs at $15. Pretty dang cheap. So if you want to join us, like I say, Chris Anthony NBA, that's our Twitter. Like I said, it will be in the comment section for you guys as well. And like I said, we do post free lineups on our Twitter. So if you want any free lineups or free advice or anything like that, give us a follow. Our comments, like I said, Twitter will be down there in the comment section below. All right, guys. Once again, I appreciate it. Thank you for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one.